Acclaimed author, businesswoman and adult fiction winner at this year's South African Book Awards, Jackie Phamotse officially released her much-anticipated third and final book from her Bear trilogy, Bear 3 Ego. The latest installment of the series shows a treasure trying to escape the years of high luxury life and power. She now comes to know of the devil who controls ministers, doctors, policemen and tries to put a stop to it all. But without giving away too much, author Jackie joins us now via Skype to tell us more about this thought-provoking book. Jackie, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on this glorious rainy morning.
It certainly is a beautiful morning though, hey? Thank you so much for joining us.
You are most welcome. I always love the SABC platform.
Good to hear that. Now, Jackie, you are the adult fiction winner of this year's South African Book Award as a self-published author. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it's such an honor. I did not think that the Bear series will get me to this position, but to pave the way for self-published authors or self-funded authors is really remarkable, because now it makes people believe that their dreams are valid. And most importantly, that our work is being recognized. I mean, we're not just writing for ourselves, but we are writing to also inform and educate the people who read our books. So it's quite an honor, and I'm quite grateful to the SA Book Award for the award itself.
Yeah. You know, Jackie, you've been talking about the blessee world for close to 4 years now. Is this perhaps your way of creating awareness around this lifestyle?
Definitely. There's so many women who are struggling with leaving blessers. Some of them are getting killed. Some of them are getting raped in clubs and these parties, these house parties that they go to. And I try to really find platforms where I can educate and sort of enlighten them about the dangers of dating these powerful people, whether it be business people or politicians or foreign nationals who come to the country to have a good time when they're here. And I also speak about the dangers of the hockey club itself, the secret society that people have been so curious to get into, and they don't even realize, because it's such a sort of an open secret that people go to people's houses to have parties, but all these strange things happen. And then you realize that you're in a wrong kind of lifestyle. So I've been trying to really shine a spotlight on that, most especially also on human trafficking and sex, slavery and organ sales. So that's what the entire book series is about.
And speaking of which, Jackie, your recent book, Bear 3 Ego, focuses more on sex slavery, as I just mentioned, organ selling, and a whole lot of killings that happen in this world. Do share more on this.
Yes. So back in 2011, 2012, I saw the most horrendous things that were happening to young girls and young boys, because different people have different fetishes. And I said, okay, is there a way I can find better resources to be able to write this book? And I went on a huge limb. I mean, it was like trying to find the needle in the haystack, to see what were the real reasons why young women were disappearing, young men were disappearing. And I only found that, yes, it's linked to human trafficking, but it's a huge lifestyle syndicate of a lot of people who commit crimes in closed doors. And they sleep with young girls, they sleep with young boys, and they drug them, they sell their organs. For an example, there was a situation where a young girl disappeared in Cape Town, and she was found on the sort of harbor of the beach, literally, and her body was just left there. And young people don't look at these things as a collective narration of human trafficking and sex slavery, because they're thinking that they will go to parties and nothing will ever happen to them. Or they will date these powerful people and nothing will happen to them. But most of the time you find that when they do disappear, when they are killed to be silenced most of the time, because they see what they do, whether it be money laundering, whether it be drugs, whether it would be illegal dealings with other people. So after a certain time, they would dispose those girls, whether it be through drugs or killing them or selling them off to foreign nationals.
No, Jackie, the best story closes on a high note. I feel that this book is for everyone, regardless of their gender or age. So what sort of lessons do you want the readers to take away after reading this book?
I think the most important thing is it's just being enlightened and being very cautious of the things that you do with certain people. A lot of parents also need to read the book, more importantly, because they don't even know what happens on their children's social media platforms and who they talk to or where they go when they go out during the day or even in the evening. So I think it's high time where we paid attention to the things that are happening in society, educate ourselves. But I think what a person will take away is that if you started reading the Bear series from scratch, you will see that there was Bear the Blessed Game and then the Hockey Club, and leading to this one. It's the spirit of triumph and the spirit of not giving up when things are really bad.
Okay.
As much as we can say we're going through a lot as women and young people in South Africa, but the spirit of not giving up and finding solutions to human trafficking. I mean, I've highlighted so many case studies in the book so that people see there are ways to find these criminals. There are ways to track them. I've even asked the police to read the books because they themselves need to find ways to investigate these issues. And I said, I have done so much research. I think someone on top should really take note of the books and see where are the loopholes in our justice system. Why is it so hard?
Jackie, unfortunately, we're out of time. But, with you, I can go on and on and on. But just a quick one, Jackie. Having touched on such sensitive topics in your latest book, you mentioned before that your life was in danger. Is it still the same?
I could never really know because the other day I had somebody stalking me, knocking at my window at night, trying to get in. But yeah, you never know where the threat comes from, whether it be from people who don't want me to speak about the issues that I write about, or it could be just aloof or just coincidental. So I can never really be too safe in South Africa when it comes to my writing, especially because I've spoken about a lot of things and I've been in and out of court in the last 3 years, so I can never really know if I'm safe. I will not take that chance at the moment.
Do take it, Jackie, hey? And
thank you.
It really is tough out there. But thank you so much for your time, hey? We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful Sunday.
You too. We just spoke to acclaimed author and businesswoman Jackie Phamotse on her latest release, Bear 3 Eagle. A read that puts a spotlight on issues that affect us all. I mean, these are issues such as the power of social media, the recent phenomena of blessers and blessees, sex, and all the politics that surround them.